Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I want to begin by paying tribute to my honourable friend, the member for Stafford, Eccleshall and the Villages, for securing this important debate. This debate is inspired by one of her constituents. Bringing this debate shows that she puts the people of Stafford, Eccleshall and the Villages at the heart of everything she does, and in doing so, building back trust in our democracy and democratic institutions step by step, and I commend her for this. It's also a privilege to be speaking whilst I have two of my favourite constituents, Aisha and Samir, up in the gallery. Thank you for coming. If you allow me some personal reflections, and probably to echo some of the comments by the Honourable Member for Cannock Chase, as someone who lived under the long, dark, damaging shadow of Margaret Thatcher's hated Section 28 in the 90s, school, and particularly PE, was often a violent and miserable place for a gay kid like me who could not fit in, no matter how much I tried or how much I pretended not to be who I was. Thankfully, because of the commitment of the new Labour government and that they had to breaking down barriers to opportunity, its repeal of Section 28 and many other legislative and social changes that were delivered, education and indeed sport in school is far more inclusive. It teaches teamwork, resilience and discipline. It excludes less, it builds friendships, it gives children the chance to push themselves and crucially have fun. It is one of the simplest and most effective tools we have to improve both physical and mental health. Yet while so much progress has been made to make sport inclusive, access to PE and sport in schools is far from what it should be. Over the past decade, we've seen a decline in the number of PE hours in secondary schools, and the gap between state provision and private school sports provision continues to widen. But there are shining examples, especially in places like Weston-super-Mare and the Villages, that demonstrate the incredible difference access to sport can make to children's lives. There's Broadoak Academy, a school which, under the leadership of Principal Danny McGilloway and his excellent team, have made significant strides in promoting sports for all. They celebrate their young people with an annual Sports Personality Year Award. And one of the most exciting developments for the school and for the town is the introduction of girls' football teams in every year group for the first time this year. It's a huge milestone for the school, ensuring that level playing field across genders. But it's also making sure that girls can feel part of something bigger and empowering, and that's a sort of structural change in schools that I really, really love. And then there is the hard-fought for inclusive Send playground in Castle Batch and Will, which I have to pay particular tribute to Councillor Catherine Gibbons for her tireless efforts to secure support for SEND kids in my patch. These examples from my constituency show what can be achieved when there is a commitment to sport and physical activity for all. However, the reality is that too many schools are still struggling with inadequate facilities and limited resources. I also want to take a moment to recognise the incredible teachers, coaches, parents, carers and volunteers in our communities who already go above and beyond to make sport possible for young people. I know both of my sisters, their husbands and all of the kids that surround my family have community sport at the heart of our family, and I love the joy and confidence it brings to them all, and I probably love it more because of the stark contrast with my own experience of sport at school. Whether it's teachers staying late to run after-school clubs, grassroots football coaches giving up their weekends, or parents fundraising for new kit, these are people who are making a real difference. But they shouldn't have to do it alone, and we can get this right. We can ensure that sport and PE are available to every child, no matter where they live or what their circumstances are.